My name is Minaz. I was born in Mazar-e-Sharif, in a time when music was forbidden. People said music was a sin. People said songs could destroy the soul. But for me, music was the only thing that kept my soul alive. I grew up in silence. At home, no radio was allowed. No one played an instrument. But my father once told me, in a whisper, that he used to play the rubab when he was young. He said the sound of strings was like the sound of the heart. After that, I dreamed of playing. I dreamed of filling the empty walls of my house with melodies. When I was 17, I met Shoaib. He was a young man with dark eyes and gentle hands. He played the tanbour as if it was part of his body. The first time I heard him, I forgot the world. My fear disappeared. My sadness vanished. I knew my life would never be the same. Shoaib taught me secretly. He told me, do not be afraid. Music is not sin. Music is breath. We met at night, in hidden places, with the doors locked and the curtains closed. My fingers trembled at first, but he smiled at me and guided me slowly. Soon the strings obeyed me. Soon I felt like I could speak without words. We were not only students of music, we became lovers. But our love, like our songs, had to remain in the shadows. We walked carefully in the streets. We pretended we were strangers. Only in secret could we look into each other's eyes. Only in secret could we whisper dreams about a life where we would play without fear. One night, a group of young people asked us to perform. They wanted to hear songs that reminded them of freedom. They wanted to feel alive. We were afraid. If someone reported us, we could be punished, maybe even killed. But Shoaib said, what is the use of life if it has no song? We cannot keep silence forever. His courage filled me. I agreed. That night, I wore a simple dress. I held my instrument close to my chest. We met in a dark basement, with 20 young faces waiting for us. Their eyes were hungry, thirsty for sound. Shoaib sat beside me, his tanbour shining in the dim light of one candle. We began to play. At first, the notes were soft, almost shy. But then, the sound grew stronger, warmer, brighter. It filled the basement. It filled our hearts. The young people closed their eyes. Some cried, some smiled. I felt tears in my own eyes. For the first time, I was not afraid. I was alive. But joy is fragile in a place of fear. Suddenly, heavy boots echoed outside. Someone had betrayed us. Someone had told. My heart froze. Shoaib whispered, "Run!" We dropped everything and rushed toward the back door. The night was cold, the sky full of stars. I thought maybe we could escape. Maybe fate would be kind. But then I heard it, the crack of a gun. Shoaib was beside me, his tanbour still in his hands. The sound of the bullet was like thunder. He fell forward. I screamed, but my voice was lost in the night. Blood spread on his chest, but still his arms held the instrument. His last breath was mixed with the silence of broken music. I wanted to stay. I wanted to die beside him. But he looked at me once more, with eyes full of love. And I knew what he was telling me. Live. I ran. My tears blinded me, but I ran until the world turned dark. Days passed, then weeks. I left Mazar. I crossed borders. My body survived, but my soul was cut in half. At last, I found myself in Europe. Here, people play music freely. They smile, they clap, they dance. But for me, every note carries weight. Every song carries blood. I play in small concerts now. People listen to my music, but they do not know the whole story. I always play one piece at the end. I call it the Song of Blood. The first time I played it, the strings shook under my hands. The melody was full of pain, yet it was beautiful too. When I finished, the audience was silent. Then someone asked, "Why does this song sound like it is crying?" I only said, "Because this instrument was touched by the blood of a lover." I could not say more. The rest lives in my heart. Sometimes, when I am alone, I imagine Shoaib is still here. I imagine he sits beside me with his timbre. I close my eyes, and I hear his voice. He tells me not to stop. He tells me music is breath. He tells me love never dies. I know he is gone. I saw him fall. I saw his blood. But I also know he lives inside every note I play. He lives in the silence before the song begins. He lives in the tears of the people who listen. He died with his tambour in his arms. I survived. And now, wherever I go, I carry his song with me. The world thinks my music is sad. They say it sounds like grief. They do not understand. It is not only grief. It is also love. It is also hope. It is the memory of a boy who believed that silence should not rule the world. Every time I play the Song of Blood, I give him life again. For a few minutes, he breathes. For a few minutes, he is not gone. For a few minutes, love wins against fear. And when the last note fades, I whisper inside, "This is for you, Shoaib. This is our song."